Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new, my name is Matt. This is Matty B TV 16717. Let's talk about this gorgeous Super B. Let's take a real quick second and talk about how I feel about the cleanliness from season to season with a car like this. So let's open it up real quick. I mean, even the inside, guys. Now these mats, I did clean these up a little bit, but they're still, you know, pretty nasty. Once again, which didn't happen fast. Despite my best efforts, guys, as you can see with the PA weather, it just sucks. So yeah, the car is once again super dirty. I mean, it's just, there's really no point anymore in even trying to keep this thing clean because it just doesn't work. Even the littlest bit of driving. I mean, look, it's just, there's shit everywhere. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it worth it trying to actually keep your car clean during the winter? Or should you just let it go for the winter? Me personally, you know, something like this doesn't get used a lot in the winter because of the weather. However, I mean, it's your baby. It's fun. You like to take care of it. So yeah, it's fun to take care of it and clean it in the winter, but don't do it as often and as anally as you would in the summer. Especially if you know that you're going to clean it and in less than a week, you're going to go get it gross. You just know it. So get it looking good, but, you know, to each his own. But that's how I like to do it, unless I'm going to be using it for somebody else or something important. Then I really want it to look presentable. But again, that doesn't happen a lot in the winter. And it just, the shit here is just terrible. All the weather, all the salt, everything. It's just gross. It sucks. So this car is perfect all summer long, and you all can hold me to that. But for now, it's just not worth it. Even when it just sits and parks, even when you clean it perfectly in the winter, and I mean perfectly, it'll sit for a little while. It'll get weathered because the weather of the winter sucks, and it's dirty again. So there you go. There's my thoughts on that, guys. As you just heard, I'm sure, the car sounds a little bit different. Not crazy different, but I fixed our rattling header situation. So before, you guys remember, I had loose clamps on my headers. Here, check this picture out. So there you go. That's what it was before. Now I've got a different situation, and we're going to get under the car, and I'm going to show you. But I took part of my downpipe, because there's that lip on the end of each, the header and the downpipe, that connect that the clamps won't fit over to take off. I cut that about 3 inches down and put that on and then rebolted it up. So it's an extra 3 inches off the header, but it's still open like I like it, and you don't hear the rattle. So let's get out and check it out. I'm going to climb under the car and show you guys real quick. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. So as you can see, this is a really difficult position for me right now, but as you can see, that's what I did. It's simply just rebolted on and cut, and I'll put in a picture here. I've also got it on my Instagram, so go check that out, but of what it looks like, you know, after I cut it, before I put it on there. I've smoothed off the edges and made it look nice so it doesn't cut someone's hand off if they go to work on it again. So there's the header situation. That's solved, and it sounds great now. So here's some more things that I've got going on for the car. This kit, this Zex bottle kit, I have installed. I'll show you that here in a second. I've got some locking lugs here. Well, they're lug locks for all 4 of my wheels because I still don't have any on there, which I need to fix. So we're going to do that. But let's move this stuff real quick down to the floor. And I'm going to show you. Oh my God, check that out. Yes, guys, I took my back seat out again. I've got my bottle all, you know, hooked up real nice in here. we've just got one here, one over there, one down there, one over there, and it's the same thing. As you can see, it's on an angle, which it needs to be, and it's a proper spot right here, so I can reach around and crank it open when I'm ready. I've got to figure out exactly how I'm going to run the wires and hoses and everything, but that shouldn't be too difficult. The back pad right now is out of my trunk. However, I do believe I'm going to put that back in there, A, so that I have a little bit of space to put stuff if needed one day, and B, to cover up that battery. It's going to look a little cleaner once the cage gets in here and it's all powder coated. But for now, it looks pretty cool, just like this. I think so, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. But there it is. Yeah. Go ahead and do that. So don't mind all the other crap sitting here in the middle of some projects over here. But this is all the stuff that I took out of my car. We had this tire in the back seat, the other tire in the trunk, which I stored this in for a little while there. And these are the down pipes that I was telling you about. As you can see on this side, it's still set up to go in. But over here, it's all rough. I didn't do anything with these. I smoothed these out like I was telling you guys before on the car. But I left these be for now because I'm not using them. They're just going to kind of go into storage. I've also got, well, that's just some hardware for my project, one of my projects. But yeah, guys, here it is. Let's move that out of the way too. The floor mat, like I said, that's going back in for sure. I want it there. It's going to look good. It'll bode me a little bit of storage space, so that helps. So it didn't look like the shot was too bad, guys. But as you can see, my driveway slants down, which made it a little difficult in there when I was taking the shot of the headers. Oop, the wind. So again, it didn't look like a terrible shot, but you know, for what it was worth, I'm pretty sure you all could tell what was going on. I put some pictures in there, so hopefully that helps, guys. So we're going to get all of this cleaned up and put away, and that back in the car, and we will see you downstairs to talk about the seats that came out of the car. The answer is yes, I did say again. The seats are effectively out of the car now. There's nothing wrong with them, just so you guys can see that. Everything is still functional, including this. However, we are going to do something cool with these seats. I'm going to be making it into a couch, using this as the base as a given, and these as a back. You've got two connection points here and one there. I'm going to be using here. If you give me a second, I'll show you the clips that I'm going to be using. So this is the clip. As you can see, it's got three pieces here for connection and down here for connection. It's going to go on the back of this and connect to that over here. So that'll work out very well. Let's put that over here. Like I said, I've got three of those. They're all the same size. We just got to get the hardware for it. But again, going to be a really cool, fun thing to do. So this is still functional, as you can see. Ooh, let's get it up. There we go. Everything's still intact. I can put this back in the car if need be, which very well may be, especially for one of the rentals that I have coming up. I'm going to talk to the gentleman and see what he has to say on that. But let's put that back down. Originally, I was going to use this guy here, this camshaft. I was going to cut it in half and then cut those in half and use those as legs. However, they're going to be too small, so that's not going to work. I thought it'd be cool to do something all automotive related, so we've got to come up with an idea for that, maybe 4 different camshafts, something along those lines. I don't want to buy a bunch of new parts because it's going to be too expensive, but that would be really cool to have a fully nice seat. I think I'm going to stick to my idea with this over here, and it's going to turn into a lamp, and that's going to stand up like so. And I've got an idea for the bottom here. This is going to be welded onto another car part, which is going to have a couple other cool things on it, and then the lamp kit I'm going to buy from Walmart, and it's going to go on there, and that's going to look really cool. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to take my time with that because I would actually like to use that in my home and not just sell it. Let's not forget one of the most important things we have. These are for the white Volkswagen that you all have seen. They're brand new headlights. They're not regular ones because the stock little shitty ones suck. They're terrible. They're dull. These are going to be really bright. They're not LEDs, but let's see how they work. Is it just me, or do you guys love the way these are packaged? I mean, it's just such a clean package. Yeah, it's just this little plastic box. Don't mind that sound. Sorry, guys. Just my son playing in the background. But I don't know, guys. I think this is really cool. The way that it's packaged, it just looks clean. Here's a better view of it over here. You got that reflective, hey, what's up? In there, little chromey mirror looking thing, and then the two balls, which of course we're not going to touch. Never do that, first rule. But yeah, guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. So we are done, guys. That's going to do it for today. Got my good old Monster energy drink here to keep me awake. Been real busy working all day. Been fucking around with this car. Had to deal with some issues with the front axle on this car, so getting that fixed, so that's always a good thing. So as we said before, guys, the headers are resolved on this car. So I'm going to throw in a clip real quick here, guys, as far as what the car sounded like before the exhaust was fixed, the headers were fixed. You can hear that rattle, so check that out. So you can clearly hear a difference. You can hear them rattling, as you've noticed in other videos earlier. As you know, again, my backseat, well, you really can't see much of anything right now, but as you know, my backseat is completely done and pulled out. I think it looks great now. Wait till the cage and everything final goes in. It's going to look even cooler. So stay tuned for that, guys. It's going to be great. If you want to see it again, guys, let me know. But for now, I'm not going to go into detail with how I took the seat out. It's really not that difficult to do. Couple bolts, pull it out. There's little clips that pop out in the front of the base of the seat, and you just gotta pull them up and they pop right on out of there. So that works. It's all good. I've got another video that I did a while ago when I took them out the first time and everything else, so go ahead and check that out. It kind of shows you a little bit of what I had to do that. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Go ahead and browse the channel. Take care. Have a great day.